Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be getting into some reading. I want to do like vlog style. I've seen a lot of people doing it where just reading a book or updating you on books, showing you the process of reading something and giving you thoughts throughout. So we're going to be hopping into this book here in just a second. So what book are we hopping into first? We're going to be hopping into The Final Girls, which is part of my April TBR April challenge that I started by Riley Sager. I haven't started it yet, but we're going to be getting into it right now, and I'll hopefully upload you guys a little bit later. It's really late right now. I'm actually about to go wash like the little bit of makeup I have on off, and then I'll probably read just a little bit of this before going to bed, and then I will probably read some of it tomorrow and update you guys tomorrow on what I'm thinking about the book. So all right, you guys, updating you guys on Final Girls by Riley Sager. I am about halfway through, actually more than halfway through. I'm right here. I'm on page 224, so quite a bit through the book already, and so I don't have that much left. I've actually started reading it last night, but I only read like 8 pages last night and fell asleep because it was very late. And then I got up this morning, read quite a bit of it in the morning time, and I had some other things to do in the afternoon, and then I just read a little bit more right now. I actually read some outside because it's really nice out today, and then I came back in and read a little bit more. So I'll expect to probably finish this maybe today or tomorrow. I'll probably read the rest of it probably today. It's not that much. So far, I'm really actually enjoying it. I don't know where it's going. There's a couple things that I have issues with, but I have to say I'm enjoying it a lot more than the first Riley Sager book I read, which was Survive the Night, which I read in February. If you guys have already seen my February wrap up of what I read in February, I did not enjoy that book. I didn't give it a good rating. I thought it was pretty mediocre, but this I'm liking a little bit more, actually quite a bit more. Of course I have to see what happens by the end, but so far we're following this girl Quincy, who's a final girl. Basically she survived a massacre where all of her friends died, and she also has there's a couple other women in the book that are final girls, and that's what the people have kind of dubbed them, because they have survived these horrific massacres as being the last surviving sole survivor. So they are the final girls, and we're following Quincy as she's trying to live her life and try to be like normal basically, but yeah, one of the final girls, the first final girl, Lisa, is found dead, and then that starts the events of the book. So far through the middle of the book, and I won't like put like spoilers and things, but so far all the way through the middle of the book, we're meeting up with Quincy and also another final girl named Sam, and they're meeting up because of the death of Lisa, basically trying to figure out how they're feeling and how they're surviving. And then more information comes out about the death of Lisa, and now there's even more questions popping up, and so we kind of have a lot of mystery going on what really happened with Lisa, and as well as the real motivations and real like the real people of who Quincy and Sam are after they have survived these horrific tragedies. And I feel like we're going to be in for a twist, because Riley Sager, I feel like from his first book he had a little bit of a, well, not from his first book, but from the book I read by him, he had a bit of a twist in there, which I didn't like, but I feel like we might get a bit of a twist. I feel like he might be known for like a little twist or a little shaking it up by the end, so I'm expecting that, and we'll see. So that's where we're at so far. I will update you guys again when I finish the book. Alright, you guys, so I'm back having finished Riley Sager's Final Girls, and yeah, I finished this basically in a day. I mean, I've basically read it all yesterday, today, so about, you guys get what I'm saying, but pretty quick read. I mean, it was like 342 pages. I did enjoy this one a lot more than Survive the Night. Survive the Night, as you could probably have tell from my February wrap up, did not really like that one from Riley Sager, and that was my first Riley Sager book. But this one I enjoyed a lot more. I really thought the plot of this was just a little bit more interesting and also more believable than Survive the Night. And not to compare the books, but I mean, it is the same author, so I can kind of compare the books. But yeah, I just enjoyed this one a little bit more. I won't, definitely not like a 5-star read, and there's a couple reasons for that. I feel like Riley Sager tries to get you like at the end with these kind of like got you moments, and I kind of knew the got you moment before the got you moment was revealed, so there's that. I did kind of enjoy the got you moment, even though I guessed it, a mile away. I did kind of enjoy it. I feel like there was some moments though in the story where the main female character, protagonist that we're following, there was like a moment where we didn't know if she was the one that had actually killed people, and I was just like, going back and forth with that. That was okay, but there were some parts of it where she was just a sort of character that I just could not fully get behind, because I just, some of her motivations and thought processes I just didn't understand, and I couldn't really get behind the character as a whole. And then we have some like identity things in here as well. It was a lot going on, but I will say that I'll definitely give this one a higher rating than Survive the Night. I'm gonna say maybe this is kind of a middle of the road book. It's not anything super spectacular, but it's not terrible either. So I would say maybe a 3-star for this book, maybe even a 3.5. Like I said, I did finish it fairly quickly and it kept me entertained. So I'll say maybe about a 3-star for this, maybe a 3.5. But yeah, so hopefully Riley Sayer can really get me like a 4-star, 5-star for me one of these days. But I'm gonna keep reading from him because it's interesting. It's just not all the way there. So that's gonna be it for this. And all right, you guys, now that I finished The Final Girls, I'm gonna hop into another book here. This is going to be Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is the hefty one. This is almost 700 pages, but I'm gonna try to get as much of this done this week while I'm on spring break. I feel like I can get a lot of it done, and then I might hop into this one next, I think, or maybe even at the same time. I don't know, because I feel like this is gonna take such a while to finish. I might not finish it this week while I have all this free time to film and stuff. So I don't know if I'll be able to like fully update you guys on this. Maybe, I don't know, not till the end of the month, or maybe during this week. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. But I feel like The Maid is a short little read, and it's also on my TBR for this. It's only 285 pages. Like, I can finish this fairly quickly if I just, sit down and read it. Obviously sit down and read it. But yeah, so I'm gonna start maybe these 2 books next. I'm also listening to an audiobook, which is also on my TBR, which is Born to Love. So I'll be continuing to listen to that one as much as possible. And yeah, I'm fully busy with the reading, so I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, yes, expect me to be talking about these 2 books possibly in this video as well coming up. Let's do it. All right, you guys, I'm updating a little bit. It is quite a while since I did my last update for this. I guess I'm calling this my blog for April for reading. And last time I told you guys I was going to be starting Mistborn, I think, or I was telling you that I had started it, and I'm at not even halfway through. I'm about right here. So this is what I've read. This is what I have left. I'm on page 244, chapter 14, I guess, part 14. I don't really know. And there's like 600 something pages, 650 pages or something like that. So not even halfway through, almost kind of to the halfway point. I'm really enjoying this book so far. There's a lot built up into it. There's a lot of like world building, and we're learning about this magic system within the book where people are able to burn metals and use them as for different like powers that they have, or like abilities that they can use. They burn the metals for these special abilities. There's even there's like even a whole like glossary in the back telling you about the different ones, which I thought was really nice to have. But yeah, we're following these like group of characters, and they're in this kingdom, and there's like a lot of there's a group of people that are really like the lowest of society, called the Ska. I'm saying that right. And basically they're the ones that are kind of like the lowest bottom rung of society, and they're kind of mistreated, almost like slaves or indentured servers, not really, treated well in society, and kind of used for the hard labor and things. But yeah, and then there's people that can use these certain metals to have these abilities, and most of them are noble born, but there are a few that are in like the lower society that also have these powers as well. And I don't know, something or another, I'm not that clear on it, but And then there are a few people that can use all the medals, because each person only has like one medal that they can use, basically, like one skill that they can consume, or one medal they can consume and use. But then there are some people that have the ability to use all of them, and those are called Mistborn. And so we're following this girl, she's Mistborn, and also this man who's Mistborn, and they're kind of like in this rebellion. So that's where I'm at so far. That's a lot. I don't even know if that synopsis I just gave you made any sense, but I'm really enjoying this. I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the month, but I don't know. It is the 22nd right now. I feel like I've been reading this for a while too, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully within the next 8 days I can finish it. I feel like I can, but I also don't know what will happen. But I hope that'll be in my wrap up. And then I also started this guy, The Maid, by, oh, I didn't tell you, this is by Brandon Sanderson, but you probably already knew that. And I started The Maid as well by Nita Prose. This one is a lot shorter, and I'm already like 118 pages in. You guys want to see my bookmark I've created? I made this because I have no life. It has a quote from Charlie. What is the word spa? I feel like you're starting to say a word and you're not finishing it. Are you trying to say spaghetti? Are you taking me for a spaghetti day? It brings me joy. But anyways, I am about halfway through. Not really even halfway through with this one either. About halfway through, because it's like 200 something pages, and I'm on page 118. And we're following this maid that works in this hotel, and she's kind of got like, she can't really read or decipher people's emotions, or like when they're talking to her, she takes everything very literally. She's not really good at reading social cues or anything. They don't really say like if she has any, like, what is the right word to say it, like if she has anything that's diagnosed necessarily, but she right away tells us that she has always needed help from like her grandmother and other people to help her read social cues, and also to kind of understand how to behave around people, because she's also very much like blunt. People call her like a robot, but she's like, she doesn't know how to connect with people, or like, you know how you could like say read the room, like there's none of that with her. And we quickly realized that with her, like she's very oblivious to a lot of things as well, and so that's playing into the story. But she goes to work one day and she ends up finding this dead body of a man who's very, very powerful and rich, and there's like some mystery behind it, like why did he die? Was it natural causes, or did something else more nefarious happen? Did someone kill him? And we're following this maid adventures as she's working in this hotel and this police investigation, and we're kind of figuring out like who might be involved with this. Is this man's younger wife, or there's something else happening in the hotel as well with some of the people that work there? So we're following her. And this maid, she also has like these like bursts of like really violent thoughts sometimes, so you really don't know what's going on in everybody's mind really, because our narrator and our main character, not, is she a narrator? Yeah. Is it first person? Yes, she's our narrator. She's first person. She's kind of, like I said, she doesn't know how to read people's emotions, or like what they're saying to her is, the way she's translating it is not correct, and we could tell from the way she's talking that it's not what they're intending to say, and we can quickly pick up that there's something going on. People are not, they're kind of using her because they know that she doesn't really understand, or not even that she doesn't understand, she's just kind of like, she's not reading up on there's something going on. She's not getting it, so they're kind of using her in a sense. But we as the reader also don't know what they're doing against her necessarily fully, because she's the one narrating and she's the one telling us the story. So I'm really into it right now. I'm hoping it ends well because I really like it so far. Last thing to update y'all, I'm trying to reread this. Don't think this is going to get finished before the end of the month. I'm actually listening to it on audiobook though, as well as reading the physical copy, which I know some people are like, why even listen to it on audiobook if you have the physical copy? Well, it's not just about the physical copy. Like, I love the audiobook because it helps me get through it a bit faster, and also it's, sometimes you don't want to always sit down. I'm already reading 2 physical copies, but also like this is about, I also like to collect books in general, so I'm glad to have the copy of this so I can go back and read it later, or go back and look at things as well. But yes, so I started the audiobook. I've also read a few pages physically, but I'm only on page 46, so I haven't gotten very far into it. And this is a reread, and this was one of my books on my challenge this month as well. I don't think I'm going to finish this book. I already know I'm probably not, because it's a big one, and already I'm in the middle of Mistborn, which is really big. I'm reading The Maid. I also have a couple other books I really want to try to get done, but it's 8 days left. We can only be, like, logically, it's not getting done. But yes, I will let you guys know how this vlog ended in my wrap up, and I'll also be posting this video, of course, before the month ends. Hey you guys, last update, because it is like February 28th. It's very late. I look so tired, but I'm like about to get ready to go to bed. I work in the morning, but I did want to just update for this vlog. So finished Mistborn. Finished this like 2 days ago, and I really did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. I will update you guys in full in my wrap-up video for the month, but I'm so glad I was able to actually finish this for April. I was afraid, because it's really big, that I wasn't going to finish it in time, but I ended up finishing it. Read the whole thing physically. A lot of times with longer books, I'll do some of it audio, some of it physical, but yeah, the ending I really did enjoy. I liked the build up to the story, and I had a few surprises through here which I wasn't expecting. So I've enjoyed this, and I do want to continue with the series. And I also finished, I think since the last time, The Maid. I haven't talked about this one, but I finished this one as well. I actually finished this one first before Mistborn. I finished this one like the 24th, and Mistborn like the 25th. And I really did enjoy this one as well. I wouldn't say like it's my favorite book this month. I actually think I had a really good month this month, which again, you guys will see all the books I read for my wrap up for April. But yes, I finished this one as well. This was a short read. I finished this one really quickly, and I enjoyed this one as well. And then right now I'm currently still listening to the audiobook of Insomnia by Stephen King, and I'm also reading this guy right here. I'm not that far into it. I'm like not even halfway. I'm liking it so far. I don't know where exactly it's going, but I like that it has a lot of the legend of like Arthur and all that is based in that story of like King Arthur and all of that, all of those characters, Lancelot and all that. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. But yeah, it's good so far. I don't know if it'll be like a favorite, but it's good so far. So yeah, that'll probably be the last update for this. I want to edit this and get it up. It's like my first time like vlogging throughout the month, like when I'm reading and stuff. So hopefully this video will come out well and you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, this is it for this video, you guys. Let me know what you read throughout the month. How was your journey with reading? And I'll check you guys out in the next video very, very soon. Stay safe. Adios.